Hey there, and welcome to the PamGro podcast, Blueprint for Global Growth. I'm SV, and I've got Jessica William with me, Global Expansion Expert at PamGro, EOR Solutions, the strategist who can spot red flags about global expansion before it waves.
Yes. And here, we break down real world stories and global hiring lessons to help founders, HR leaders, and legal teams grow their teams smart and safe. Whether you're scaling across borders or just getting your first remote hire right, we bring you compliance insights, employer missteps, and expert solutions without the jargon. All right, SV, hit me with it. What's today's cautionary tale?
Picture this. You're a booming startup, global fans, creators churning out audio hits, and you think flexible contracts mean zero red tape. That's what Pocket FM thought, until the lawsuits came knocking.
Yikes. So, this episode is
A 1099 nightmare, the Pocket FM misclassification case. Today we're breaking down how one fast-scaling audio platform turned their global dream into a compliance horror story, and what you can do to avoid the same fate. Let's dive in. Misclassification, lawsuits, and the one stitch Pocket FM didn't make in time. They say a stitch in time saves nine, meaning if you fix a small problem early, you avoid a much bigger mess later. That couldn't be truer for Pocket FM. Pocket FM promised creative freedom with flexible gigs, but behind the scenes, that flexibility came with strings attached and legal trouble. Today, we unravel how this promising startup got tangled in a costly misclassification mess, and why companies scaling globally need to learn from this. If you're hiring freelancers or remote teams, this is a cautionary tale you can't afford to miss.
whoa, SV, sounds serious. So, what exactly went wrong with Pocket FM?
Pocket FM, founded in 2018, quickly rose as a popular platform for audio storytelling, fiction, romance, thrillers, especially attracting a big international audience. Nearly 80% of their revenue came from overseas listeners, so they hired fast. But here's the catch. They classified all their creators, producers, and voice talents as independent contractors. Sounds flexible and modern, right?
Sure, SV, but where's the problem?
Great question, Jessica. The problem is, while classified as contractors, these folks were managed like full-time employees with set schedules, daily assignments, mandatory meetings, and performance reviews. One pod lead in California sued, claiming he was denied overtime pay and benefits. Others joined, turning it into a potential class action. Over in India, former workers spoke about no formal contracts and sudden terminations, basically no safety net.
That sounds like a serious mismatch between label and reality. SV? Why does it matter so much?
Here's the crux, Jessica. Misclassifying employees as contractors isn't just a minor paperwork slip. It's a legal minefield. In the U.S., laws like the Fair Labor Standards Act require overtime pay and protections if a worker is effectively an employee. California's ABC test is even stricter. If you fail that test, the contractor is actually a W-2 employee with all rights attached. Pocket FM allegedly didn't pay overtime, missed tax withholdings, and skipped benefits, exposing them to back pay, penalties, and investigations.
Ouch. So, this isn't just about fairness. It's a huge compliance risk that can cost companies millions.
Exactly, Jessica. And this is where PamGro shines. Let's say Pocket FM had partnered with PamGro. The misclassification mess could have been avoided. PamGro acts as the employer of record, handling classification based on local laws, so everyone's correctly labeled from day one. They run compliant payroll, deduct the right taxes, and manage benefits, tailored to each country's regulations. No guesswork, no risk. Plus, they provide solid employment contracts, no informal deals, no loopholes. Whether it's a pod lead in California or a writer in India, PamGro ensures legal compliance worldwide, protecting both the worker and the company.
So, PamGro isn't just payroll, it's peace of mind for companies hiring globally.
Exactly. The lawsuits, penalties, and reputational risks avoided. The creative teams get fair treatment. The company stays focused on growth without legal distractions. If you're building global teams, don't wait for a lawsuit to remind you to get compliant. Take the stitch-in-time advice. Talk to PamGro. Get classification, payroll, and compliance handled right from the start.
And hey, if you're listening and think, oh, wow, this sounds exactly like our situation, or you've got a misclassification story of your own to share, we want to hear it. Whether you've got a warning, a win, or a wild story, DM us on WhatsApp using the link in the description. And who knows, you might just be our next podcast guest. Don't forget to follow Pam Grow on LinkedIn for updates, insights, and more episodes just like this.
Thanks for tuning in to the PamGro podcast, Blueprint for Global Growth. Until next time, hire smart, stay compliant, and grow with confidence.